you're looking for an air fryer that is also a grill, you could buy the Ninja Foodi Max Health Grill with its premium price tag. Or you could buy this very similar looking ProCook Health Grill for a fraction of the price. If you want to know the differences between these two models and everything that this budget health grill from ProCook can do, and the errors in the instruction booklets, then this video is for you. First of all, here's the standard reminder that if you're looking for specific information about this ProCook grill, all the times of the different sections of this video are on the screen now and in the description below, so feel free to skip around and find what you want. So we should probably begin by talking about what a health grill actually is. It's similar to a multi-cooker in that you can apply heat from above and below to your food. But with a grill like this, you can essentially barbecue, although obviously not with hot coals, indoors on a non-stick hot plate. The health part of the name is because in theory you can do all of this with minimal oil, and the hot plate has a little gully to collect any fat as it drains off from the food. So it's sort of like a George Foreman as well. Both the Ninja and the ProCook Health Grills have a setting called air fry, which is a fan-powered overhead heat which gives you the same kind of fast cooking program as an air fryer. So hence you get an air fryer and a grill in one. This health grill is made by ProCook, who are a British brand established 20 years ago. They have 50 stores around the UK and sell high-quality cookware, accessories and appliances. They say on their website that they aim to save the customer up to 50% on other leading brands by cutting out the middleman. And this health grill is a pretty good example, with an RRP that is 40% lower than the very similar looking Ninja Health Grill. Both appliances have the same chrome effect and black exterior, a central handle and a vent on top. They have a lot of the same cooking functions. They both have crisper baskets so you can air fry, and a removable, washable splatter guard over the top heating element. But despite appearances, they are not identical. There are some really big differences you need to know about before you decide which one to buy. First of all, the Ninja Health Grill comes with a digital cooking probe that fits neatly into a storage area on the side of the appliance and can be inserted into the meat during cooking to give you a live temperature reading. The ProCook Health Grill doesn't have this meat probe, but you can of course buy a separate probe for less than £10 from Amazon if you want, which will achieve a similar thing. Secondly, the Ninja version comes with two separate plates, one flat and one ribbed. ProCook's cooking pot, on the other hand, is a multi-purpose dish which is half flat and half ribbed and has higher sides and a glass lid. This means that you can cook liquids like stews in it, which you can't do in the Ninja. But it also means that the ribbed griddle area is half the size of the Ninja's. And the ribbed surface on the cooking pot does get in the way a little bit when you're stirring liquid dishes. However, the biggest difference between these two health grills is the instruction book, which may not sound like a big deal, but just wait. Ninja are known for the quality of their instructions. They clearly spend a lot of time and money on them, and they always supply a short recipe book with every appliance to get you started. ProCook's instruction book, on the other hand, is just 6 pages long, and it's really not great. It doesn't explain how to use the settings clearly, and other things that it does explain are just wrong. I've spent quite a bit of time over the last couple of weeks trying to get to the bottom of how to use this appliance correctly, which will help you if you already have it and if you're considering buying it. And if I find out anything additional from the manufacturers after this video is published, I will include that in the description below. Now, before we get on to how to use this appliance, a quick reminder that if you're finding this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this focusing on home appliances, then please subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications button so you'll know when I publish a new video. So let's talk about how to use this thing. I need to clear up one thing before I talk about cooking with this, which is what exactly the accessories are that come with this grill. This is the crisper basket, and this is the cooking pot. In the instruction booklet, the names of these two accessories are reversed, and so if you try and follow the instructions that they give you, it won't work as designed, and you'll end up with error messages like I did. So here's how this ProCook Health Grill works. It has two heating elements, one at the top, which is behind the splatter guard, and one at the bottom, underneath where the cooking pot sits. It uses these in different combinations depending on which cooking setting you pick. 6 of the 12 cooking presets on this grill have a period of preheating built into the program. You can see which ones those are on the screen right now. When the preheat cycle is running, the light next to the preheat button will be lit and you'll see this symbol on the display. If you want to bypass preheat and start the main program straight away, just press the preheat button to turn it off. So the first cooking setting on the control panel is air fry. This setting is probably the easiest to explain. To cook using this program, you place the crisper plate on top of the cooking pot and run the appliance with the main lid closed. You can use this for your regular air fryer food, so things like fries, chicken wings and fish fingers. Next, you have roast. This preset is for cooking joints of meat and roasting vegetables. You use the main cooking pot and close the main lid during cooking. Next is broil. Now, broil is an American term used to describe oven cooking with a direct heat from above, what we Brits would call grilling. In the ProCook manual, it says that broil on this appliance uses intense and direct heat from above to cook food. So you would use this setting for giving a crispy top to foods like mac and cheese. Bake is the setting to make cakes or bake frozen pastries. It isn't clear in the instructions which dish to use, but I have used both the crisper basket for pastries and the main cooking pot for cakes, and they've both worked really well. With this grill, you can also dehydrate meat, fruit and vegetables using the crisper baskets. The dehydrate setting runs at a low temperature between 50 and 95 Celsius for between 30 minutes and 24 hours, with the hood closed. Next is grill. There are 4 levels of grill. Level 1 has a temperature of 150 Celsius, level 2 is 175, level 3 is 205 and level 4 is 230. In the UK, when we talk about grilling, we mean heat from above. In the US, they mean heat from below on a barbecue. In the instructions for this appliance, it says that this setting is for grilling indoors for authentic char-grilled marks and flavours. But it's not exactly like barbecuing because you have to run this setting with the hood closed. And when you close it, you can hear the fan running on the top heating element. So it is using both the bottom and the top heating element simultaneously. This appliance also has a griddle setting, which you can use with the hood open and closed, although be aware that you have to close the hood for the preheating part of the cycle. When you use it with the hood open, it is only using the heat from the hot plate to cook. But when you close the hood, it uses both the top and the bottom heating elements. Now, if we jump back for a moment, we also have a slow cook setting on this appliance, which is for a long slow cook of up to 10 hours. You can use the cooking pot with the glass lid during this cycle. Next is stew, which is very similar to slow cook. It just has a slightly higher temperature range and a shorter time range. You keep the hood open, but cover the pot with the glass lid to keep the moisture in. Then there's steam. To begin the programme, add water to the cooking pot. It doesn't say how much to use in the instructions, but I found about 50 ml works well. Then place the grill rack on top of the pot, add your vegetables, and then use the glass lid to keep the steam in. The temperature isn't adjustable on this setting, but the timing is. You can set it for between 1 and 90 minutes. Next you have Keep Warm, which is a programme that will keep food at a temperature between 50 and 80 Celsius for up to 10 hours, and it uses heat from above and below, so you need to keep the main lid closed. And finally, the manual option gives you a choice over the full range of temperatures from 50 to 230 Celsius and times from 1 minute to 60 minutes, so you can pick your own settings. Heat comes from the overhead element, so you have to use this option with the main lid down. So there you go. As I mentioned, the instruction booklet for this appliance is bad. It's not clear what equipment to use when, and there's no examples of the sort of food that you might cook on each setting. But the appliance itself is good. It's more versatile than a slow cooker or an air fryer on their own. In fact, it's more versatile than Ninja's much more expensive Health Grill. And it's easier to use than a multi-cooker because it's less bulky and lower on the worktop, so easier to see into. So if you can get past the frustrations of the instruction book and you aren't put off by having to fumble your way through the first few cooks with this, then it's a good purchase. But let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.